Let's take heel into the arch of the foot and then spin all 10 toes around to point to the front of the room. Big shoulder roll. Let's shut our eyes. Just release down through your arms. Settle into the soles of your feet. Find that triangle, big toe, little toe, heel. Lock out your knees and then soften the lock. And find that imaginary piece of elastic on the crown of your head. Lift it up. And then see if you can kind of take yourself to an imaginary wall behind you. And pop your ponytail without lifting your chin. So just draw your chin in towards you. Lengthen through the back of your neck, the front of your neck. Open your collarbones. Settle your rib cage. Tuck your tailbone under. So try and draw your waistband back against that wall. And then breathe. Hopefully you were breathing anyway. But we're going to just find our inhale and our exhale. Become aware of your rib cage, moving east to west. And your shoulders staying completely still. Take a big inhale, and then as you exhale, release an ear to a shoulder. Let that head go heavy, reach long through the crown of the head. Inhale, draw the head back up through center, and exhale. Take a tilt to the other side. Try and leave your shoulders quiet. Inhale up through center, exhale, tilt. Inhale and exhale. So just small movements give you a chance also to connect with your breath. So we're going to exhale, draw the chin down towards the sternum. And inhale, lift the crown of the head. Big exhale. Maybe as though you're blowing out through a straw if that works for you. Inhale, lift the crown of the head. Let's just twist the head to one side as we exhale. Inhale back to center. And exhale. Again, try and keep the shoulders still. Try and keep that lift through spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Big shoulder roll. One circle, one breath. Inhale. And exhale. Roll those shoulder blades off the back. Breathe in. Arm circle. Breathe out, release it. One more. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to shoulder roll forward. So draw the shoulder blades off the back. Elevate, roll forwards and release. And then arm circle. Inhale. And exhale. Try and be aware of both arms doing the same thing. Sometimes one's a little bit happier to play than the other. Release those arms down by your sides. Take an inhale as you exhale. Float one arm up to the ceiling. The other arm travels down the side seam of the leggings. Ear almost connects with the arm. We inhale, release. We exhale, up and over. Awesome. Inhale, release it. Exhale, up and over. Open through that side body. Soft through the knees. One last one. Exhale it up and over. As you inhale, float out to crucifix. Softly turn the palms of the hands forwards. And we exhale, rotate. Inhale back through center. Shoulders away from the ears. Pelvis stays still. Spin your ribcage on your belly button. Exhale, rotate. Inhale back through center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale back through center. Release the arms down. Take a big inhale, float them all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, float them wide. And we're going to round down through the back of the neck. Roll down through spine. Just let your fingertips, the crown of your head, travel down to the floor. Stand evenly in the soles of both feet. Those knees are looking forwards. Just let your head drop in. Lift your tailbone as you inhale. Then exhale, roll up through spine. Can you hear Pickle crying? She's standing outside the door, just crying her head off. Inhale, reach for the ceiling. Float the arms down, exhale. Inhale, chin to sternum. Exhale, roll down through spine. Just let it go. Let the head drop in. Lift that tailbone. Inhale. Exhale. Begin to draw up from the tailbone. Restacking the vertebrae. One by one by one. We float the arms up to the ceiling. Inhale. Maybe follow your fingers with your eyes. Maybe keep your eyes looking forwards. Exhale. Float the arms down. Inhale. Round down through the back of the neck.
Exhale, roll it down. Last one. Release those fingertips all the way down to the floor. Try and keep your pelvis stacked over your heels. Take an inhale in that fold. And then exhale, roll up. Think of even pressure through left and right foot.
Inhale all the way up to the ceiling. This time you just float the arms out to shoulder height. Soften through the collarbones. Lift one heel. Exhale. Inhale, draw it back down to the floor. Other heel lifts. Exhale, peel up. Big toe, middle toe, pressure. Inhale it back down. Exhale, change feet. Inhale it back down. Exhale, change feet. So one more single each side or two double heel lifts. As we exhale, we lift up. Come onto the balls of the feet. Roll down through the soles of the feet. Exhale it up. Lift through the crown of the head. Inhale it back down. We're going to lift onto the ball of one foot as we exhale and spin the knee out to the side. Inhale, draw it back in and across the body. We exhale, spin it out. Inhale, draw it back in, across the body. Exhale, spin it out. Inhale, draw it back in. Roll down through the sole of the foot. Let's pick up the other heel. Exhale, spin it out. Inhale, spin it in. Exhale, out. Inhale, spin it in. Exhale, spin it out. Inhale, spin it in. As you exhale now, pick up heel number one, pick up the toes, draw your arms in to connect with your shin and draw that knee in towards your rib cage. Inhale, bring it back down. Exhale, the other heel lifts, the knee comes in. We lift up through the crown of the head. We inhale and bring it back down. Let's do that one more time on each side. Lift. Inhale. Beautiful. Inhale, bring it back. Just spin through the wrists. Bring yourself very gently down to seated. We're going to start off in seated with our knees bent to 90. Knees pointed to the ceiling. Hands on hamstrings. Lift through the crown of the head. Think about that ponytail, that line through spine, your pelvis. Try and bring your big toes down to the mat. So just connect through your fingertips on the back of your legs to encourage length through spine. We're going to inhale, just roll down towards the waistline. Lengthen the arms. And exhale, roll up through spine. Come all the way back up onto those sits bones. Inhale, roll it down. Stay with this, or float the arms out to shoulder height. Soften those shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, roll down towards the waistband. Maybe deepen it a little bit. Extend your breath. Exhale, draw all the way back up. Inhale, roll it down. Exhale, roll it back up. We're going to add a little twist. We're going to inhale, roll down, float the back of one hand out to the side. Follow your fingers with your eyes. Open your rib cage. Exhale, fold it back in and lift all the way back up. Inhale, round down, open. Shoulders soft. Follow those fingers with your eyes. Keep moving through the breath. Exhale. We're going to flow this morning. You probably gathered that already. Inhale, roll it down. Exhale, float it back in. Try and keep those knees pointed to the ceiling, parallel, and see if you can keep the big toes on the floor. So the legs stay quiet. The upper body's moving. We're going to do one more each side. Inhale, roll it down. Float it up. Exhale, float it back in. Lift through the crown of the head. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Legs lengthen. Hug the inside seams of your leggings together. Draw your toes to your nose, but your knees could be bent. We want that beautiful long spine. Again, we're going to open the arms. We're going to take a big inhale here. Palms of the hands face forwards. Little fingers pointing down. Soft through the shoulders. Exhale, rotate. Inhale back through center. Quiet through the pelvis, through the legs. Exhale, rotate. Take a break at any time you need to. Inhale back through center. Exhale, rotate. There's no stop, there's no start in the movement. We move continuously, soft through the shoulders. We're going to do 3 more each side. Exhale, rotate. If your big toes are moving one across the other, it probably means your pelvis is moving. We want to anchor it to the floor. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, back through center. Breathe out, rotate. In through center, last one. Exhale, rotate it. Inhale it back through center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale back through center. Float those arms forwards. Take a little chin to sternum, reach the arms past the feet, and then soften the arms down, take a stretch. Let the head soften down. Take hold behind your calves, around your feet. Soften through the shoulders, find your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Soften your hands away from your legs. We're going to roll down through spine into full body stretch. Take the arms overhead. Spread the fingers, push the toes to the wall in front of you. So you really open the front of your ankles, open your shoulders. Float those arms now up to the ceiling. Turn the palms of the hands to look at each other with the fingers open. Draw the head of the arm bone down. Draw your toes to your nose. So we flex our ankles. We've got a really wide space in our collarbones. We're going to take an inhale here. We want our rib cage on the mat. As we exhale, somebody's picking up our fingertips. They're reaching up to the ceiling. We're picking up our ponytail and we're going to look past our feet. We're peeling the neckline of our t-shirt off the mat. We inhale it back down. Soften through the shoulders. Exhale. Reach it up. Pick your ponytail off the mat, the neckline of your t-shirt. Inhale it back down. Keep those legs really active. Squeeze the inside seams of your leggings together. Lift it up. Really sit back down. 3 down, 5 to go. Let's go. Exhale it up. Up, up, up. Inhale it back down. That long breath. We work all the way through it. Inhale, exhale. Up we go. Inhale it back down. Separate those shoulder blades. Draw the head of the arm bone all the way back down to the mat. Exhale it up. Inhale back down. Last one. Exhale all the way up. Inhale it back down. Turn the palms of your hands away from you. Float your arms down to crucifix. Walk your feet in. 1, 2. And we're going to just take the hands a little bit lower than the shoulders. Knees together, feet together. Hug them in. Take a little squeeze here. Draw your rib cage down into the mat. Draw the back of your waistband down into the mat, but lengthen that tailbone away. So we've still got a little bit of air in our mid backs, unless we've got a flat back. We're squeezing the inside seams of our leggings together. We're going to pick up the screen hip. We're going to rotate the knees towards the wall and turn the head towards the screen. There's our exhale. Really reach it away. Reach that top hip away. Inhale, roll back over the soles of the feet. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, roll over the soles of those feet. Exhale, rotate it. Really hugging those leggings together, really drawing down through your rib cage. Come back through center and rotate. Option to stay as we are, or as you inhale it back through center, you're going to pick up your legs 1, 2 to tabletop or knees over belly. Find your next exhale and rotate. You could keep your head still, eyes looking at the ceiling, or you can counter rotate. Where you want to go. Those inside seams of the leggings stay glued. 3 more each side. Inhale it back through center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale. Move all the way through the breath. Don't stop anywhere. 1 last one each side. Keep breathing, keep drawing down through the rib cage. Keep working it. Back to center
and over to the screen. And then draw your knees to your belly. Hands on hamstrings, let's draw them in. Let's take our eyebrows to our knees. And let's breathe. Soften your shoulders away from your knees. Draw your knees tightly in. Lengthen through the back of that neck. Lift the crown of the head. Soften down now. We're coming into rolling like a ball. So we've got our hands on our hamstrings. We're going to float the feet towards the ceiling. We're going to throw the feet away and roll ourselves up to seated. Inhale, roll it down. Exhale. Come all the way back up to seated. Inhale, roll it down. Find your add-ons if you want to. Hands to shins, coming into a little balance. Eyebrows towards the knees. Inhale, exhale. See if you can smooth it out with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Just 2 more. Inhale, roll down over every inch of your back line. One last one. Inhale it down. Exhale it back up. We're into our little balance. We're going to separate our legs. Hip width apart. Toes might come to the mat, but we're in our C curve. Our shoulders are away from our ears. We've re-found our breath. And a little boat pose. So as we exhale, we float one leg to tabletop, into straight leg. Inhale, we float it back down. It might come back down to the floor, or you might stay in that little balance. We're going to exhale, float leg number 2, up, up, up. Either to tabletop or to straight leg. Little trick, try not to cling onto the back of your legs. If you do, it's going to take you off balance, create tension in your shoulders. Exhale it up. Inhale it back down. Hands away if it's there for you. Single leg lift. The knees stay level. Starts to get more challenging. Beautiful. 2 more each side. Soften those shoulders away from the ears. Stay with it. Stay with that breath. Exhale it up. Inhale it back down. Keep your C curve in your spine. Exhale up. Inhale back down. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Legs go forwards into a V. In a balance, if you can, bring them to the mat. Toes to ceiling with spine stretching. So we've got our feet mat width apart. We might have our knees bent. We might have our legs long. We might have our toes pointed to the ceiling. Then take our arms out at shoulder height. Rebalance again through left, right, sits bone. Make sure everything's even. Your hands are pointing down the center of your body. Draw the head of your arm bone back against that wall. Lift through the crown of the head, ponytail to wall. Let's refine that breath. Let's inhale round down through the back of the neck. As we exhale, we're going to reach the hands past the feet, ditto the crown of the head. Keep space between your shoulders. Find your fold. Take an inhale there, and then exhale. Begin to round up through your pelvis to rib cage, all the way up through your rib cage, head of the arm bone, ponytail. Inhale, neck, exhale, rib cage. Right down into that tailbone. Inhale in that fold, exhale, roll it all the way back up. Think of your balance through left and right. Have a look at your fingertips. They're a really good clue as to whether you're sitting more heavily into one side of your pelvis than the other. Inhale, exhale. Inhale here, exhale, roll it up. Try and keep those legs as quiet as you can. Draw the head of the arm bone back, lifting through the crown of the head. Inhale, exhale, reach. You can reach another millimeter each time you fold. Don't strain it. Breathe in, breathe out. Restack. 2 more. Lift. Find your breath. Move with it. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in that fold. And then exhale. Rewind. All the way back. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Walk those feet in, 1, 2 with your knees bent. If you've moved too far down your mat, give yourself space by picking up your pelvis, moving forward. Hands on the hamstrings now, begin to roll down through spine. Let the arms lengthen, let the feet drag towards you. You're going to bring your spine to the mat, your knees to your eyebrows. We're coming into scissors. So we might leave our head where it is. We might bring our head back to the mat. We're going to take our arms down by our sides or float them off the mat, depending on what you want to do. We're going to separate our legs to hip width apart. We're going to reach one set of toes away as we exhale. We've got our knees over our belly button at the moment. We're going to inhale, slowly pick those toes off the mat and bring the knee back parallel with the resting leg. We exhale it away. So we might have the arms floating. We might have the crown of the head lifted to the ceiling. Inhale, pick it up. We exhale, we float it away. If you want less, you bring your knee, your resting knee over your belly, so your tailbone curls up off the mat. If you want less still, you work from the floor with one foot on the floor. If you want a little bit more, your knees come over your pelvis. But whatever we're doing, we're breathing with our movement. We're working a straight line out of our hip. There's no rotation. We reach away. We slowly pick up. We reach it away. Shoulders stay quiet. Head goes back to mat at any time if you need to. We've got one more set to do. We reach it away. We slowly pick it up. Bring your knees to your belly. Bring your head to the mat. Take a little rock. One side. Feet come to mat. Wiggle yourself towards the back of your mat and roll onto your side body to face the screen. Send your screen arm under your ear and let your ear come to arm. Let's take that top hand to the back of the pelvis, knees stacked in front of you, toes touching that imaginary wall behind you, hips stacked. Have a look at your knees, make sure your top knee is perfectly stacked over your lower knee. Your top hand's going to come to the back of your pelvis. We're going to exhale, squeeze that top knee up in the air, keeping big toe on big toe. Inhale it back down. Lift your waistband. Draw your ribcage back against the wall behind you. Exhale it up. Inhale it back down. Exhale it up. Let's keep the knee floating off the lower knee. Exhale. Lift it up. Inhale, release it back down, but don't let it collapse. Exhale it up. Just 2 more. Inhale it back down. Exhale it up. Inhale it back down. Now pick your knee off your knee, your foot off your foot. You might need to transfer your hand to the outside of your hip now so it's not in the way. We're going to lift it up. We're going to release it down, but we're not going to let it touch down. No touching down. Exhale. Inhale. Beautiful. 4, 5, and 6. We're going to exhale it up. We're going to inhale and hold it. Now we exhale, bring the knee down in front of the knee. We inhale, the toe comes down behind the toe. We show the knee to the ceiling. Exhale. Inhale. Draw as big an arc as you can with that hip. 5 and 6. Keep breathing, keep moving. Float the leg long, parallel with the floor as you exhale, kick it forwards. Inhale, draw it back. Open the front of the hip. You're going to push the foot as far behind you as you can. Draw the foot as close to the face as you can and as far behind you. Inhale. Exhale for 3. For 4. Impressive my counting today. I am. For 5. Quieten the shoulders. For 6. Beautiful. Draw the knee in, lower arm, fix it up. We draw it in towards the rib cage. We're going to take that top arm to the ceiling. We're going to rotate out, just let it all go. Ooh, maybe shake out through the ankle. And then release. The rotation, release that top leg. Come up through seated. Quick shimmy to the other side, knees bent to 90. Lower arm reaching out, palm of the hand down. The top hand comes to the back of the pelvis. We check out our knees, make sure they're stacked. Our shoulders, our ears are stacked. Our hips, our ankles. We're going to exhale up into our lateral hip flexion. Inhale it back down. Think about drawing that rib cage back against the wall behind you. Exhale it up. Inhale back down. For 3. For 4. Keep drawing in through that rib cage. 5. Don't let it touch down, it's hovering. 6. Lift it up. Hover it just over the lower leg. Exhale. Knee over knee, foot over foot. We're not drawing it forwards or back. We're just lifting it vertically from its position. 4. 5. Keep that rib cage engaged. And 6. Float it up on your exhale. Take an inhale as you hover. Exhale, rotate it down. Inhale, toes to the floor behind the toes. Breathe. Four. 5. Big arc with the hip. Last one. 6. Float it long. Exhale it forward. Kick. Inhale it back. Open the front of the hip. Push that foot out behind you. Don't shorten the movements. Extend the breath. 2. Exhale. Inhale. 3. Exhale. Inhale. 4. Inhale. 5. Reach it out behind you. Exhale. Inhale. 6. Sweep it forwards. Lower arm comes down. We pick up that top leg. Give it a bit of a hug. Float the top arm to the ceiling. Reach it out behind you. Just let it go. You might need to spin the ankles, wiggle the toes, and then float that top arm back. You come back up through seated. We're going to do some work in side bend. So we're going back to side 1. If your shoulder's not happy, you come back down onto your arm. Otherwise, we've got our knees stacked, our hips stacked, palm of the lower hand down, forearm connecting with the mat, not just the elbow. Elbow tucked slightly inwards of the shoulder, and your top arm reaches long along your side, so you could be in exactly the same position, lying down. Don't let that chin hover down on your chest. Draw the back of your ponytail back against that wall, so we've got a beautiful straight line. We're going to lift up as we exhale, and if it's there for you, you're going to reach the arm and the fingers long. Inhale it back down, but again, we're going to find that hover if it's there. So we hover the pelvis off the mat. Exhale it all the way up, reach. Glue your top ear to your arm as it comes up and over, so we don't let the head drop. We reach. 3. 4. 5. And 6. We're going to add rotation here. So the pelvis comes down, maybe take a little break here. You're going to pick that pelvis up. We're going to reach the top arm for the ceiling. You're going to rotate. You might want to inhale here and exhale it out. We're going to push the hand back towards the wall behind us and really open. Then inhale, hold it down. Exhale, reach it up. If you're lying on your side, you could do the same thing. You reach it out. You reach for the screen. You reach it out. For 3. I think. Try not to let that ear drop. Lift your top ear up. Last one. Rotate it down. Reach it for the ceiling. Pelvis to mat. Spin the legs in front of you. Onto side 2. Palm of the hand down. Just take a moment to find your position. Toes, pelvis, rib cage, ponytail, touching the wall behind you. Long arm along your side body. Exhale it up. Reach the top leg along. Inhale it back down. Hover the pelvis off the mat if it's there for you. Exhale. Reach. Inhale. 2, 3. The pelvis rises and falls. The knees in front of the body. The toes are in line with the spine. 4. Remember that ear to arm so we don't let the head drop. 5 and 6. Into our rotations. Maybe bring the pelvis down for a minute. Reboot the system. Adjust. Pick up. Float your arm up to the ceiling. Straight line from fingertips to elbow. Inhale. Roll down, thread the needle. Exhale it back up. Follow your fingers with your eyes and open the shoulder. Open that rib cage. So the rib cage rotates on the waistband for 2, 3, 4. Exhale it away. 5. And 6. We got there. Float your pelvis to the mat. Come seated with your legs out in front, your knees bent, your legs straight. We're going to take a big shoulder roll. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now big arm circle. Inhale the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale and back. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, release those shoulders off. Shoulder roll forwards. Inhale, exhale. Big arm circle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift through the crown of the head. Inhale, exhale. One last one. Inhale it back. Exhale it all the way up and over. Come down onto your belly. We're coming into swan dog. So roll down onto that belly. Thumbs in line with the ears. We've got a W with our hands and our arms. The crown of our heads reaching away. Inside seams of the leggings hugging together. Work your toes towards the bottom end of your mat. The crown of your head's reaching long. So our body's really active here. We're squeezing. Take a moment, soften through the shoulders. Take your shoulder blades and let them weigh heavy on your back. So your elbows soften down to the mat. Palms of the hands, fingers very open, connecting with the mat. Find our breath again. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to lift our ponytail. We're going to push into the palms of our hands and peel the front of our t-shirt off the mat. We inhale it back down. We're going to exhale it up. As you inhale back down, you could choose to float your legs off the mat. We exhale it up. We inhale it down. Exhale it up. Stay with it. Inhale it down. We're going to do 4 more. We're doing 8 of these. Exhale it up. Inhale it back down. Beautiful. Exhale up. Inhale it back down. 2. Lifting the front of your t-shirt off the mat And one, shoulders away from the knees. Last one. Hands under shoulders, up onto hands and knees. Let's sit it back for a moment in rest pose. Really soft. Take a little wiggle of that tailbone from side to side. And then we're going to come into swimming. So option to come onto your hands and knees, or if your shoulders don't like it, we're going to come onto our belly with our arms and legs extended, out at shoulder width and hip width apart. Otherwise, we're up in box position. Just check out your position. Make sure your knees are hip width apart. Your knees are directly under your pelvis. Your hands are shoulder width apart and your hands are under your shoulders. We've got a long line from the back of our ponytail to our tailbone. And we're drawing our belly button in towards our spine. We're going to reach screen hand, wall leg up, or vice versa away. There's our exhale. We reach them up. Maybe turn the little finger down. Inhale, float it back down. Hand comes under the shoulder, the knee comes under the pelvis. We're going to keep moving. Exhale, float up, reach. Inhale, float it back down. Stay still in the torso. Just that opposite limb that's moving. You're on your belly, you're lifting opposite arm, opposite leg, but we keep the pelvis very still. Exhale it away. Inhale it back in. Try and keep that ponytail on that imaginary shelf. So you're not looking at your kneecaps, you're looking at the mat in front of your hands. We've got 2 more sets to do. Reach it away. As you reach your arm away, just turn your little finger down. So your shoulder externally rotates. Just gives you a little bit more space. We got 1 more set. Exhale it away. Inhale it back in. The pelvis stays looking at the mat. You stay still. Exhale. Let's tuck our toes under, sit back on our heels. Give those wrists a little spin. And just separate your knees so they're hip width apart. If you can, sit your tailbone right back down onto your heels. Spin those wrists and then float up into high kneel. No creases in the front of those leggings. Tuck your bum in, tuck your rib cage in. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Flip your toes out if this is horrible for you. Draw the head of the arm bone back against that wall. We all have a tendency now to barrel our chest forwards. You want to tuck your rib cage in. Draw the head of the arm bone back. And we're going to inhale it back. So it's just the knees that are bending. Exhale. Lift up. You should be feeling this in the front of your thighs and in your lower back. Inhale it down. Shoulders stay soft and away from the ears. Exhale it up. Inhale down, tuck that ribcage in. Exhale it up. 3 down, 3 to go. Inhale. 2. Stay long through spine, keep lifting through the crown of the head. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to come to seated. We're going to come to lie down on our back. So if you can, cross your feet one over the other. Sit over them. Let's take a little fold to release off. Slide your hands down in front of your leggings. Again, once you found your fold, re-find your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Let it go. Shoulders away from your ears. And then we're going to roll down through spine. Draw your hands either side of your legs. Tuck your tailbone under. A little roll down. Use your hands behind you as you need to. Let's find full body stretch. Reach through the fingertips, through the toes. Float those arms over your shoulders. Brush the side seam with your leggings with the thumbs. And put your hands to the mat. And then walk your feet in. 1, 2. Soles of the feet on the mat. Find that connection, big toe, little toe, heel, settle your rib cage. Knees hip width apart. Imagine you're squeezing a towel or a ball between your knees, and then inhale, reach your tailbone away. We're going to start to draw a line up the wall in front of us with our tailbone as we peel our back line off the mat. There's our exhale. We inhale at the top, squeeze down through the soles of the feet, up through the glutes, tuck that rib cage in. Exhale, roll down through spine. Even pressure now. The tailbone reaches away. Adjust the feet. Inhale, reach that tailbone away. And begin to peel up through the back line. Stay balanced. Keep your chin off your chest, the crown of your head lifted. Keep tucking your rib cage down. Squeezing into the soles of your feet and squeezing your butt cheeks. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll it away. Let 1 centimeter of your t-shirt come back to the mat, keeping the waistband high. And then letting the waistband connect and the tailbone reach away as you inhale. We exhale, we adjust the feet. We inhale, we lift up. 2 more. Just peel up through spine. Chin off the chest, crown of the head reaching away, rib cage down, squeeze up, inhale, exhale, beautiful. Keep the waistband off the mat, and then release it, let it melt away. Adjust those feet, 1 last one, breathe in, breathe out. Big toe, little toe, round the cup of the heel. Inhale. Exhale, melt it down. Inhale, waistband, tailbone. Arms wide, feet wide. Little windscreen wiper, side to side. Then pick up your feet, 1, 2, bring them over your belly. Take your wall hand to your wall shin. Your screen leg's going to stretch to the ceiling. The screen hand comes to the wall shin, just above the ankle. We either pick up the crown of the head or we leave it on the mat and we start to open the hip of the screen leg and point towards the ceiling and the wall seal. We inhale here, shoulders away from the ears. We exhale, we find length and flexion at the same time. Inhale, start to switch, exhale. Find that length in the long leg and the flexion in the leg you're drawing in towards you. Inhale, exhale. Shoulders stay still, head stays quiet. You can take it back to the mat. Reach away, breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. One last set. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Straight into double leg flex. Stretch. Maybe take the head to the floor in between. Hands reach towards the feet. Hands and feet to ceiling. Inhale them up. Exhale, fold it all back in. Crown of the head can lift. We inhale it up. We might open the hips and the shoulders. We exhale, we draw it all back into that center line for 2. For 3. For 4. 2 more. Inhale it away. Exhale it in. 5. Inhale it away. Exhale it in. 6. Head to mat. Knees to belly, little rock, from side to side. Keep hands on shins, hands on hamstrings. Take a little stretch out. Now let's put our wall foot, our screen foot on the floor. Doesn't matter if it's the other one. Let's stretch the wall leg up to the ceiling. Bring your hands to the back of your hamstrings and maybe reach them up to the calf. And maybe stretch that screen leg long. Reach long through the screen leg, reach long through the wall leg. Both sets of toes to nose. And then toes away. Draw that knee in towards you. And just hug it in and bring your eyebrow to your knee. Release your head to the mat, release that knee. But take the foot to the floor so the knee's bent. And we're going to send the screen leg up to the ceiling. Hands on hamstrings. Creep them up towards the ankle. Maybe pick up your ponytail. Maybe stretch that wall leg long. Maybe draw toes to nose. Reach them away. Soften. Bend the screen leg from your hands onto your shin, eyebrow to knee. Ponytail to mat. And then just take both feet to the floor, but your feet are going mat width apart. We're going to take the arms wide of the mat. Let's take both feet towards the screen, or both knees, sorry, towards the screen. Just keep your shoulders on the mat. That may be enough for you, but if you want a little more, you pick up your screen foot and you take it outside the knee of the wall leg. So you pop it on top of the wall leg. And then turn your eyes to look towards your wall. Let everything go heavy, let it go. If you can. Ooh. Let's release that foot from the knee. Pop it back on the floor. Come back to center, but before you go to side two, just kind of reboot. Maybe pick up your pelvis, replace it back in the middle, or you might have moved it to one side or the other. And then we go towards the wall with both knees. Maybe settle here, but maybe pick up that wall foot and just pop it on the outside of the screen leg, maybe just above the knee joint. Turn the eyes towards the screen. And go ahead and let it breathe. And then release. Foot comes to mat. Come back to center. We take a little wiggle in, a little reboot. And then you might choose to bring the soles of your feet together, your hands into your legs. You might choose to pop your hands on your belly and stretch your legs long. Just connect down through the back line, through the bits of your body that are heavy on the mat, and let them go heavy. To the back of your head, just let it settle. Maybe let your eyes close if that feels okay. Let your fingers spread and go heavy. Again, be aware of your collarbones, let them open and your shoulder blades sit on the mat. Elbows, the back of that pelvis. You might have found your waists lifted a little bit. That's okay. That feels good. Let it happen. Knees wide if you put the soles of the feet together. The outside edges of the feet. Let them settle. With the back of the legs. Put your legs stretched. Focus a lot on breath. So just take your focus back to your breath. Don't control the tummy. Just be aware. That rising fall in your belly. Maybe movement of air through the nose. Your mouth. Screen shut. 4, to bring the soles of your feet slowly to the floor. One hand behind your head and just make a little rock and roll into one side. Maybe draw your knees into your belly. Stay open. And then find that breath for a moment. Start to open your eyes. Bring yourself very gently up to seated. We're going to bring the inside seams of our legs together with our knees bent. We're going to give our legs a little hug. So one hand outside each shin. Just bring your eyebrows down towards your knees and kind of draw back towards your tailbone. You might not move very far because there's not a lot of space. And then cling on with one arm. Take the other arm out to the side and behind you. And as the hand connects with the floor, just push down into it, lift up, and look over that back shoulder as you draw your spine up into rotation. And we release it back to center. So feel that little sink as you release the hand from the floor. We regrip, but in the other direction. Take the hand to the mat and start to grow and rotate. And look over that back shoulder. Come back to center, hands on the shins. Just round down one last time, eyebrows towards the knees, and then release the hands from the legs. Take them out behind you, fingers pointing away. Push down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift that chin, lift the sternum. And we are well and truly cooked.